The moment the recruits stepped through the shimmering gates, the world dissolved into white. A heartbeat later, each of them reappeared inside a narrow hall of steel and cold fluorescent lighting. This time, only 3 massive doors lined the walls, one for each of the 3 assigned survival teams. Rakudo blinked as the symbols above the nearest door flared to life. Team 1. He exchanged a glance with Kyra, Winta lounging behind them with his hands behind his head, Jael adjusting his wristbands, Marno gawking wildly around, and Mira quietly absorbing the architecture as if it were a puzzle begging to be solved. They entered. The locker room was spacious but bare, benches, metal shelves, water stations, no windows, no clocks, as if time itself had been stripped away to keep them guessing. Confusion rippled through all of them at first. Did we get kidnapped by a gym? Marno whispered. Feels like they're letting us breathe before they try to kill us again, Winta muttered, already lying comfortably on a bench like he had claimed it as his personal property. Jayla laughed. Honestly, I could nap. Don't, Mira said dryly. They're not giving us this break out of kindness. The room slowly settled into a strange calm, like the eye of a storm. Each recruit found a corner or seat, waiting for whatever came next. Rocco drifted toward the far wall, loosening the bandage still wrapped around his cheek since the train heist. Kyra followed him, keeping her voice low enough that the others didn't hear, or more accurately, wouldn't bother paying attention. That bandage is still on? She asked softly. It shouldn't still be bleeding. It isn't, he murmured. He peeled back the fabric just enough to reveal the mark beneath, an ink-dark infinity symbol etched into his skin like it had always been there. Kyra's breath caught, not in fear, but in recognition that something was wrong. You still don't know where it came from. Rakudo shook his head. Nothing. No memory. I didn't have this before the train. I know I didn't. Before she'd ask more, heavy footsteps thudded outside. Rakudo pulled the bandage sharply back into place. The door hissed open. A colossal man stepped inside. He was towering, broad-shouldered, and carried himself with the slow confidence of someone who had stood in the center of 1,000 storms. His outfit was pitch black from collar to boots, stark against the sterile room, and his long white hair fell in a loose curtain down his back and shoulders like a ghostly banner. His uniform bore symbols of elite authority, subtle, sharp, unforgivingly precise. But the man's presence alone announced a level of rank far beyond ordinary command. He looked directly at Rakuto first. Kaze, he said warmly, as if addressing a friend's son. You look so much like your father. Inaro, a mind sharper than any blade I've ever seen. And your brother Reiji, that boy was one of the smartest recruits I ever mentored. Rakuto froze. The words stuck in his throat. Then the man turned to Kyra with a nod of deep respect. Miss Mitsu, your father was a fearsome tactician. High General Commander Kezo Mitsu, the kind of leader you write entire libraries about. I hope you've inherited his discipline. Kyra straightened instinctively. He wasn't flattering her. He was speaking like someone who had fought beside giants. And you are? Rakuto asked cautiously. He smiled. Kethar Morn. Just his name carried weight, pressing the air thinner. Kyra exhaled so quietly no one else noticed. Rakuto didn't know why, until Kethar added, I'm overseeing the next phase. Consider this a personal visit. I wish to see the recruits tied to names I respect. Both of you, good luck, you'll need it. He left as quickly as he came, the door sealing behind him with a slow hiss. Only when his footsteps faded did Kyra speak. That was the High General Commander, she whispered, an edge of awe, tension, and confusion threading through her voice. The current one. Rakuto felt the weight of the revelation settle onto him like fresh armor. If Kethar Morn knew Inaro and Reiji, then this test wasn't random. Someone powerful was watching him. They had no time to process it. The overhead speakers crackled. Team assignments confirmed. Phase 2 begins in 90 seconds. Prepare for deployment. The walls themselves shifted. Metal plates peeling back to reveal black glass windows showing distorted glimpses of ruined structures, wild landscapes, and something enormous moving in the shadows. Across the other 2 doors, in Team 2, Sogi and Rashk were already arguing about who would lead before they even hit the battlefield. Lin sharpened her focus like a blade. Isho hummed under his breath. Yui tapped out rhythms on her thigh, and Akira fiddled with gadgets that might explode at any moment. 3 held a quieter atmosphere. Pex observed everything, every blink, every shift, cataloging patterns only she understood. Ai's calm presence steadied the tension. Kojiro tried to encourage the group. Rina bounced with energy, and Mai cracked her knuckles like the ruins were prey waiting for her arrival. All three teams hovered between dread and anticipation. The lights snapped from white to crimson. A harsh tone echoed. Deployment in 3, 2, 1. The floor dropped. The recruits plummeted, and the world swallowed them whole.
I start from here, I catch up with you. I don't do back on myself anymore. I start from here, I catch up with you.